Stop scrolling right now. We are about to look incredibly closely at specific Lincoln wheat pennies. And you must understand that one of these everyday coins is worth far more than it looks. You might currently be knowingly or unknowingly overlooking a small fortune sitting right in plain sight within your own home. Today, we are exploring a carefully ranked countdown of these coins, moving from the highly valuable to the absolute most remarkable and rare. You need to watch this entire presentation because leaving early means you will completely miss the most important and most expensive item at the very end of this list. Take a moment to think about your own pocket change, your forgotten desk drawer, your inherited coin collection, or any equivalent everyday objects you have gathered over the years. Before we even begin this countdown and look at the first item, go down to the comments and answer this specific question. What is the oldest circulating coin you currently have in your physical possession? Coin number 4. What if I told you that a standard, seemingly average post-war penny could command a massive financial premium on the open market? We are looking directly at the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, specifically those minted in Philadelphia, which deliberately bear no mint mark beneath the date. This particular item exists as a direct result of the massive post-war economic boom in the United States, manufactured at a time when hundreds of millions of pennies were rapidly struck to support everyday retail commerce as the nation aggressively returned to peacetime consumer spending. The key identifying detail that builds true authority when evaluating this coin is the flawless nature of the strike on the obverse side, specifically requiring you to look for absolute crispness, the highest waves of Abraham Lincoln's hair, and the sharp, unbroken definition of his beard along the jawline. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, running continuously from the year 1909 through the year 1958, represents one of the most widely collected and historically significant series in American numismatics. This category of currency is characterized universally by sculptor Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of the president on the front, paired with the twin wheat ears flanking the denomination across the back. The fundamental factors that determine the true financial value of this specific item always include its overall state of preservation, the exact sharpness of the mechanical strike, the unbroken intensity of its original copper mint luster, the complete absence of distracting bag marks, and the current market demand among specialized registry set collectors. Consequently, how to inspect it yourself mirrors these exact requirements. You must systematically evaluate the overall state of preservation, closely check the sharpness of the strike across the highest points of the metal, gauge the unbroken intensity of the original mint luster under a strong halogen light, verify the complete absence of distracting bag marks across the central fields, and research the current demand among specialized collectors. Understanding the grading and classification system is absolutely critical here, because small differences in condition or authenticity produce incredibly large differences in final value. A standard uncirculated coin might be worth just a few dollars, but a coin officially graded in the pristine state of MS-67 red jumps exponentially in financial worth due to its nearly impossible level of flawless preservation. These exact pieces are still regularly found waiting inside inherited estate collections, forgotten attic storage boxes, old canvas bank bags sold at rural estate sales and tucked away in thrift store jewelry boxes. You must never clean, polish, wipe, or chemically alter the surface of this item yourself, because original unaltered surfaces matter far more to buyers than artificial shine. True scarcity in the collecting world lives strictly in the condition and the state of preservation, not in the raw production numbers reported by the government. Many people believe that any old penny is automatically valuable simply because of its age. But experienced collectors know that only those surviving in original, flawless, gem-red, uncirculated condition carry true wealth. The strongest available proof point for this specific issue is a verified record sale price of exactly $9,000 for a perfect specimen. Go check your own dozen albums for a 1947 penny in perfect shape right now, as we immediately transition into evaluating an even more impressive piece. Coin number 3. What if I told you that a coin struck during a major transition period holds a premium that eclipses almost everything else in its era? We are plainly identifying the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, another Philadelphia issue with no mint mark, representing the immediate era following the Second World War. This item exists precisely because the United States Mint was transitioning away from the emergency wartime shell case copper alloys and returning to the standard pre-war bronze composition, resulting in a massive production run meant to stabilize the national currency supply. The specific identifying detail to look for on this item is the absolute sharpness of the wheat stalks on the reverse, specifically ensuring that the parallel lines at the very top of the wheat ears are fully separated and deeply struck into the planche. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which ran continuously from 1909 to 1958, stands as one of the most widely collected series in American numismatics. This broader category is defined by Victor David Brenner's historic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, fundamentally paired with the distinctive twin wheat ears framing the words 1 cent on the reverse. The fixed factors that determine the value of this coin include its overall state of preservation, the exact sharpness of the mechanical strike, the unbroken intensity of its original red mint luster, the complete absence of distracting bag marks, and the current market demand among specialized collectors. Therefore, when you inspect this item yourself, you must systematically evaluate the overall state of preservation, closely check the sharpness of the strike across the highest points of the design, gauge the unbroken intensity of the original mint luster under a strong light source, verify the complete absence of distracting bag marks across the flat surfaces, and research the current market demand among specialized buyers. A clear understanding of grading and classification is mandatory, as small, microscopic differences in condition produce large, sweeping differences in overall value. A coin that looks shiny to the naked eye might grade at MS64 and be worth $20, whereas a piece that secures a flawless MS67 plus red designation will explode in value due to its sheer statistical improbability. These specific items are still frequently found hiding in inherited estate collections, forgotten attic storage boxes, old canvas bank bags at local estate sales, and sitting untouched in thrift store furniture drawers. You must carefully heed this warning. Do not ever clean, polish, or alter this coin in any way, because originality and natural patina matter significantly more than a manufactured, artificial shine. True scarcity in this field lives exclusively in the flawless state of preservation, not in the billions of coins originally produced by the mint. Many people believe that wartime coins are the only truly valuable pieces from the 1940s, but experienced numismatists know that the immediate post-war transition years hold pristine examples of immense record-breaking worth. The most concrete number proving this reality is a documented record sale price of $14,950 for a flawless survivor. Go check your own collection or your family's saved pocket change for a perfect 1946 penny right now as we move forward into a coin that is even harder to find. Coin number 2. What if I told you that a coin from a facility known for lower production numbers could easily rival the down payment on a house? We are now identifying the 1953 S. Lincoln Wheat Penny, minted exclusively at the San Francisco Mint during the middle of the 20th century. This specific item exists as part of the normal commercial production run of the era, but the San Francisco Mint typically produced far fewer coins than its eastern counterparts, often leading citizens and early hobbyists to hoard these specific rolls directly from their local banks. The crucial identifying detail you must locate on this coin is the presence of a sharp, well-defined S mint mark situated directly beneath the date, combined with a complete lack of die wear or mushiness on the obverse lettering along the rim. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, produced continuously from the year 1909 through the year 1958, represents one of the most heavily collected and culturally significant series in the history of American money. This distinct category is recognized globally by Victor David Brenner's enduring portrait of Lincoln on the front, coupled with the recognizable twin wheat ears flanking the denomination on the back. The specific factors that determine the value of this item always include its overall state of preservation, the exact sharpness of the initial strike, the unbroken intensity of its original copper mint luster, the complete absence of distracting bag marks, and the current market demand among specialized registry set collectors. To inspect this item yourself accurately, you must systematically evaluate the overall state of preservation. Closely check the sharpness of the strike across the highest points of the metal, gauge the unbroken intensity of the original mint luster under a strong light, verify the complete absence of distracting bag marks across the central fields, and research the current demand among specialized collectors. The grading and classification explainer is critical here, illustrating that small differences in condition or authenticity produce large, dramatic differences in financial value. While a beautifully preserved, uncirculated 1953S might sell for $10, finding one that achieves an MS67 plus red grade elevates the coin into a completely different financial atmosphere because of the extreme difficulty in finding San Francisco coins without carbon spots. These exact coins are still regularly found inside inherited estate collections, forgotten attic storage boxes, old canvas bank bags sold at estate sales, and heavily overlooked in thrift store bulk lots. You must never attempt to clean, polish, wash, or alter the surface of this item, as absolute originality always matters far more than an artificial, destructive shine. True scarcity for this specific date lives entirely in the flawless condition and state of preservation, not in the raw production numbers authorized by the government. Many people believe that San Francisco minted coins are universally common because so many rolls were saved by the public. But experienced enthusiasts know that finding a single flawless specimen without spotting or chemical degradation is exceptionally difficult and highly rewarding. The absolute strongest available proof point for this coin is a verified public record sale price of $27,000 for a single perfect piece. Go check your own drawers and inherited albums for a 1953 S penny in flawless shape as we transition into the final and most remarkable piece on our entire countdown. Coin number 1. What if I told you that a tiny imperfection from the early days of a global conflict created one of the most sought-after pennies in modern history? We are plainly identifying the 1942 D Lincoln wheat penny, specifically looking for the highly documented D, over D, repunched mint mark variety, minted in Denver. This precise item exists in this state because it was struck right as the United States formally entered the Second World War, a period where minting facilities were rushing production and utilizing hand-punched mint mark dies, inevitably leading to human error when the letter D was punched into the steel die more than once at slightly different angles. The definitive identifying detail that builds absolute authority here is examining the D mint mark beneath the date under magnification, specifically looking for secondary serif impressions and a clear secondary curve protruding slightly from the primary letter. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, spanning continuously from 1909 through to 1958, remains one of the most widely collected series in American numismatics. This category is universally defined by Victor David Brenner's historic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, permanently paired with the prominent twin wheat ears framing the denomination on the reverse. The established factors that determine the absolute value of this coin include its overall state of preservation, the exact sharpness of the mechanical strike, the unbroken intensity of its original mint luster, the complete absence of distracting bag marks, and the current market demand among specialized variety collectors. Consequently, to inspect it yourself, you must systematically evaluate the overall state of preservation, closely check the sharpness of the strike across the highest points of the design, gauge the unbroken intensity of the original mint luster under a good light source, verify the complete absence of distracting bag marks, and actively research the current market demand among specialized buyers. A rigorous understanding of grading and classification is paramount here, demonstrating that small differences in condition or verified authenticity produce extraordinarily large differences in value. A circulated example of this exact variety might be worth a few $100s, but when the coin is authenticated and graded in a pristine, uncirculated state, the financial premium skyrockets because the combination of a major mint error and flawless preservation is a statistical anomaly. These incredibly rare varieties are still being found, waiting inside inherited estate collections, forgotten attic storage boxes, old canvas bank bags untouched for decades, and sometimes even in thrift store jewelry boxes by those who know exactly what to look for. You must absolutely never clean, polish, scrub, or alter this coin yourself. Originality matters significantly more to serious buyers than any unnatural shine you could apply. True scarcity regarding this piece lives in the combination of the minting error and its perfect state of preservation, rather than just the general production numbers of 1942. Many people believe that any visible error or scratch automatically makes a coin worth a fortune, but experienced experts know that only recognized, documented varieties in elite preservation grades command the highest possible premiums at auction. The ultimate payoff and proof point for this historical anomaly is a documented record sale price of $33,600 for a single authenticated specimen. Go rigorously check your own jars, albums, and hoards for a 1942 D penny right now, looking closely under the date. Whether we are discussing the 1947, the 1946, the 1953S, or the 1942D repunched mint mark, these everyday objects hold secrets that the general public walks past every single day. The fundamental lesson to take away from this countdown is that the real differentiator of wealth is always a small, easy-to-miss detail, not the general appearance or the age of the item alone. If you found this information valuable, you need to subscribe to the channel right now. Turn on your notification bell so you never miss another countdown. Like this video to help push this information out to more people, and share it with a family member who might have old coins sitting in a closet. Finally, go to the comments and answer this specific question. Which of the coins on this list surprised you the most, or have you ever actually found one of these dates yourself? Stop scrolling. You might currently be overlooking a small fortune sitting right in your pocket. In our next video covering the most valuable Jefferson nickels, will reveal exactly what you need to be looking for.